Hey guys, welcome to our very first podcast with the amazing Lynn.
Whoop
Lynn,
whoop.
I can't say your name. What's your surname, Lynn?
Erasmus.
There you go. That's why I can't say it. It's such a gorgeous name. I can't wait to go through with Lynn all the amazing stuff. Lynn is an amazing lady, fantastic journey, and she's going to talk through how she made 105K in just 2 months. So I can't wait to dig deep in this, Lynn. So first of all, thank you so much for coming on as a guest. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it
And
is awesome. Thanks for having me.
and it was, we're honoured. And you're looking so gorgeous and radiant.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It's summer in Scotland. How can you not?
Well, how can you? That's
Stop it, Paula. It's amazing. There's a little bit of sun slithering through. Don't upset the sun.
I know. As soon as the sun's here, we're straight out, and then it's gone. Oh no, it's raining now. Oh, it's
Yeah,
snowing. All in one day.
yeah, yeah. Hailstorms.
So Lynn, before we start any questions, tell us about yourself. Tell us about your journey, where you're from, how have you got here? Tell us it all.
Oof, okay. So originally from South Africa. So I've been in Bonnie, Scotland now for five, almost 6 years. Well, five going on 6 years. And yeah, it's been a beautiful journey to have arrived here. There's this beautiful saying I don't know if it's Hindu or India, but it's called Atsam, and it means I have arrived. And it's such a beautiful, like a I'm at peace, I have arrived at some. I'm home. I'm home. Yeah, so that's how I
Wow.
feel right now. I feel like I'm home. I'm back in my body. I'm back in my spirit. I'm fully embodying my beliefs. Obviously, we're human and we still have our little backslides, which is normal. We're human, right? We can't be 100% perfect and sunny and happy all the time. That's ludicrous. um, so yeah, but I would say definitely 80% of the time I'm in a good space. So I'm a somatic trauma informed coach, therapist, facilitator. And I've been doing this work for about almost 8 years now. Well, since my awakening, so I stopped drinking and smoking, kicked my habits, my addictions in 3rd of September 2017, and it's just been a beautiful journey of rediscovery, finding myself again, who I am, where I want to go, and obviously this journey of overcoming addiction has been quite a long journey for me. I've been trying for 15 years prior. Um,
Wow.
so along with that, I wanted to make sure that this time it integrates, it's going to stay like that. So I've been following a lot of modalities, teachings, learnings, education. So anything from Reiki to Nada acupuncture, trauma informed, somatic releases, hypnotherapy, Akashic records. They all have a beautiful link together, and that's what I use currently with my clients. It's like a whole mix. I call it my bag of goodies, and we pick some. Not everything is the same for every client. Everyone needs different things at different times in their lives. Um, but yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, and I've been in this business, back in this space now for 2 years. So in October 2025, I relaunched Pathfinder Kick. So I had it dormant for about 4 years. So for about 3 years, no, it was probably about 3 years. I was not in this space. I fell back into corporate, trying to do everything for everyone except what I was meant to be doing. And my life was horrible, miserable, failing. And it was only once I said yes to life and said yes to my purpose that all the doors just opened up. It was just like magic.
Wow. Wow. I'm just in
Yeah.
awe. I'm just really listening to all the words you're saying there, Lynn, especially from the diction, because
Yeah.
I've worked with quite a lot of people, and I find that a lot of us get that addiction to
Yes.
something. It always
Yes.
presents to us in life, but
Yeah.
they're always a genius at something.
Yes.
Why is
100%.
that from your point of view? Why do people get they got an addiction, but they're the ones that have got an amazing soul that's going, let me out.
Oh, it's just stuck energy, you know? Addiction is just a stuck energy. It hasn't been released. And oftentimes we don't have the capacity, we don't have the resources to release what needs to be released. We call it the trauma loop. And once you get stuck, something of a high impact happens in our lives, and we're unable to deal with that event. We don't know how to make sense of it. Um, it stays there. And oftentimes, what we do is we numb it down. It's like a plaster. So let's go get a bottle of wine. Let's forget it. Let's pack it away. Oh, let's go get a cigarette. Let's go get that chocolate. Let's go get that sex. Let's go get that, whatever it is, gambling, work. Let's go work. Let's go exercise. Every person has got a different way of dealing with these high acute stress times in their lives, and so Dr. Gabor Mate explains this, it's not trauma is not the event itself, it's how we respond to it, and how we respond to it depending on our capacity and resources. So perhaps at that time when the impact happened, you didn't have a caregiver to support you, or they were traumatized and they had to deal with it in their own way. So no one was there to really look after your needs. Um, so that's just a small way. But yeah, so I think it's quite interesting if you study, the addiction and the patterns. It's that you've heard of the fight or flight response in fawn.
Yeah.
So what often happens is we swing from hypoarousal to hyperarousal. So it's constantly like one extreme to the other. We just, in essence, we call it, we're looking for mum. Where's mum? I want to feel safe. So then you feel
Ah.
safety. Safety is now the glass of wine. You're like, you can relax. And then you get to that state where you're just like completely dead. And then you're like, I need to come alive again. Where's mum? Where's mum? So it's constantly pinging from, one extreme, the hyper uh, uh, energy, and then the almost playing dead. And you want to just find homeostasis, which is in the middle. That sense of like, I'm home, I'm safe.
That's so bloody true. I've never seen
Yeah,
it that way before. So one,
yeah,
it's addiction is trapped energy, and two, where's mum? That's
yeah,
it's so, this could be
yeah,
another podcast all along. So right, let's get into these questions if that's okay.
yeah. Let's go.
So you're the lady that made £105,500, by the way, in just 2 months, which is
Ah,
unbelievable. And you've won the Influential Minds top client,
wow,
who's been the fastest to achieve
wow.
105,500.
Okay,
Um,
okay.
so
I
you've
like
got,
me an award or two.
oh, you've got it coming, my girl.
Hey.
And that's not even to start. We just twinkled a little bit. So you've got all this magic inside you. You've got this secret inside you. So let me ask you this question. Take take us back to that session, that very first session, that free session that we gave you.
Hmm.
What clicked for you in that moment that set everything into motion for you?
Oh. Um, it was a case of you just reminding me of my limitless potential. Um, you reminded me of my ability to co-create life. Um, I'm obviously 100% believer in, manifesting, creating the life that I want to create. But sometimes life gets a bit heavy and it gets a bit crowded. And then we just need a Paula in a corner to like, hey, wake up, hold on, look, look who's here. Look at what your potential is. This is what you're doing currently. Oh, you've got this resource, you've got this asset, you've got this skill. What the hell are you doing? Why is it not flowing? So it's I cannot recommend you enough, Paula. It's just everyone needs a Paula on their side just to wake up that little spark of genius inside of them that we all have, and we all have access to it. And it's overwhelmed. I'm a proper addict. I will always be. So if I'm not eating sugar in the middle of the night, then I'll be working for like 16 hours a day. That's just how we are geared. So I need someone like you always in my life, just to like, oh, hold on. You're going back in that trap again. Stop it now. You can rest. You don't have to work so hard to earn your worth. So yeah, that's basically it. You just held up for me my potential, and it looked so easy. I was like, nah, could it be? And you're like, well, look here, ding 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 ding. That's how you can do it. I was like, holy shit, yes, I can. Okay, let's do it. It's crazy.
I when we had we in that coaching session, I was just blown away by you because I'm like, you're sat on about, I think it was £800,000
Yeah,
worth
it
of
was mad.
cash that you've not seen. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you are so brilliant at what you do. Like, what is going on here? Like,
Yeah.
you just need to grab it. That's virtually what it was like, wasn't it? It's just
Yeah.
whether you took it or
Yes.
not. Um,
100%. It
what
was
did
that was really the case. It was just like, go get it. It's there. Just stop your nonsense and walk through the door and take it. It's
But
yours.
that is what it was, though, wasn't it? It was
Yeah.
like, and I see this in many people, but
Yeah.
it's like you had something different in you, not like genius different, amazing different. You had something so different that you took action about it, that you made it happen. Like, and I'm a big believer everybody's got a genius in themselves, but you went that extra step. What made you take that action?
I'm going to be honest with you, Paula, and it was you. I needed someone of your level of expertise and skill and passion and enthusiasm and experience to say it can be done. Sometimes we just need a wing girl. We need someone just on our side to say, go get it. You can do it. And like, oh, can I? Yeah, okay, cool, let's go get it. And another example is I got this, beautiful shop in Perth, and I couldn't find a painter. And one of my clients in the group said, but we can just do it. We can just all pitch in one morning and we can paint the whole shop and do the garden. And I looked at everyone, and everyone's like, yeah, let's do it. I'm like, serious, you girls gonna do it? Like, yeah, cool. I was like, okay, cool. I'll bring pizza and cool drink and acupuncture needles, and you guys bring your bring your sweet selves, and we paint the shop, and we paint our shop, and it looks beautiful. It
Wow.
saved me like over £1,000, and we had such fun. And we're now even closer, the whole bunch of us. We just created a beautiful community. It's sometimes you just need someone to say, yes, you can, and then be there for you, which is beautiful.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say thank you so much for giving that gift, but I'm gonna put it to you because I've coached quite a lot of people, and you've got Lynn, and then you could have someone like a different Lynn can do the same thing with you, but this Lynn goes out and does the action, and this Lynn stays and stays in a safe cocoon, which is amazing to do. But you reached out of that cocoon and you did it. What did it take for you to do that?
I think also I'm in a good space. So as I said to you earlier, I'm in a really good space in my life. I feel very grounded. I feel very held. I've got a lot of capacity. I've got a lot of resources. I feel stronger. I am believing in myself again. My confidence is high again. Um, so I've always been a getter, go do it. Action, action, action. I love action. I love dreaming and then go get it. But sometimes you get stuck. So then you forget to go get it. I'm a natural risk taker. I think most uh, addicts are have a little bit of a high risk tolerance.
Go for it.
Let's see how far we can push this thing.
You're on the edge, you're on the edge, jump.
I'm on the edge. Gonna go a little bit more. So yeah, that's the. But that's why we say, most addicts make fantastic entrepreneurs because you're a natural risk taker. You need to be a risk taker, especially in business. if you want to push forward and create. And I know there's and I think there was also a little bit of I needed to prove something for society, my clients, especially in this space, in the health and wellness space, in the spiritual world. There's a belief that, if you are there to serve people, to help people, then poverty must be your middle name.
Yeah.
It's almost like a shame if you see um, a Reiki healer or a healer in general that's doing extremely well. They're like, nah, that one can't be good, and that's bull. That's nonsense. We should do especially well. We should do better than anyone else because
Yeah.
we are helping people. So the more resources we have, the more people we can help. So it's no point us suffering and being stuck in a poverty mindset of like playing small and just getting by, just having enough, just being okay, because what sort of inspiration are we truly inspiring our clients with? How are we really helping them? We're not here to just get by. We didn't just. It's not about just. It's about let's play. Let's explore this playground. Let's play big. Let's go all the way. Let's see how far we can go. Sometimes yeah, we fail. So what? We fail, we push back, we learn, and we climb higher next time. Get a different ground. Get a ladder, you know, get a Paula. So yeah, that's just how I see life.
I love it. I just love how, you're all, zest for life. It's just amazing. And, you know, you doing what you're doing is just, you're so right about this, in the coaching world and the spiritual world, you are so frowned upon if you put your own oxygen
Yep.
mask on, and if
Yeah.
you love what you do so much that
Mm.
the only way to actually live your life is get paid for your
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah.
What is
Yeah.
so wrong with that? And
I know.
part of me, when I asked you to do the podcast with me, I thought you would say no, because it's like, you've made 105K in 2 months. Why would you, like, you could be frowned upon on that. And you've
Yeah.
said, nah, I'm putting that message out.
Yeah.
How many people are you
Yeah.
going to help now by doing
Well,
this?
I hope so because there's really we really have to stop this little poverty mindset of, and especially in this space, in our this healing space, is uh, uh, and it makes me so angry. And people they constantly they ask me for quotes and help, and I give my prices, and they're like, "Oh, that's a bit much. Oh, that's a bit much." And I'm like, I don't know. Do you want to get better or not? And I love how you say it's like, well, how much is a couple of bottles of vodka a week? If you compare that with a couple of sessions, so we don't take our health so seriously because well, there's an NHS, they're supposed to do it for us. No, they're not. They're there for emergencies. That's how I see the healthcare. They're there for emergency when you cut a limb, when you broke a bone, then you go to the NHS. The rest of the time, we have got all the skills and knowledge and abilities to heal ourselves. Our body is designed to heal itself. But we don't give it opportunity because we're so flippant stressed. Work harder, more, just to get by, just to pay our bills at the end of the month. We're like, oh, I just worked like 60 hours this week, and now my bills are paid. Like, thank God. And now what? Where's your life? And we keep getting trapped on there. I mean, I'm the same. I'm a workaholic. I know that. So I have to be really, really careful and mindful of myself to just stop and just say, hold on. When last have you taken a walk down the river? When last have you taken a day off to just go play with your daughter? Just, I don't know, lie in bed and eat chocolates and read a book. It's hard to get off this fake world that society created for us, and this rules that they said this is how you should live your life, that is what you should be doing, you must suffer. Prove your worth, work harder, more.
This is going
And
down
it's
my
not.
this is going down my cup of tea of the message out in the world, are you free or cage? Um, this is so
Yeah,
interesting because yesterday I was working with two mums, both business partners, and you could see the working from an empty cup. And it's such a shame because these girls are so amazing, heart of
yeah.
gold. And I asked them a question. I says, by parenting from an empty cup, what damage are you doing to your children?
Wow, that's beautiful.
And the reason why I said that is because I asked them this question: when do you schedule time in for yourself? Where's
Mm,
me time? And they don't do it because straight down what you've been saying, we've been told to actually work hard. If you've
yeah,
got spare time, you work hard in that spare time because we
yeah.
taught to fear scarcity. We're going to lose the
Yes,
money. We're going to lose clients. I
yes,
don't do that. I'm not bringing the money in.
yeah,
And the fact is, these girls were so burnt out
yeah.
that they felt
That's it.
so guilty for not
Yeah,
working.
I know.
And it was what damage are you doing to your kids from
Ugh,
working from that? And let's normalize the fact that,
yeah.
let's
Oh
have
yeah. Oh,
space.
and
Let's do it,
no,
let's.
no, 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 no. We get celebrated.
Oh,
We get celebrated for how hard we work. The first thing, have you noticed if you go into a networking session or a room full of people and they're like, "Whew, I've worked so hard. My gosh, I don't know how hard. Oh, I don't know, like 70 hours this week, man. I'm proper tired." Everyone's like, "Yeah, yeah, Johnny, yeah, well done." And they keep going, like let's compare more. No, no, I work harder than you. I work harder than you. That's our flex. That's our flex. No, that one, he doesn't work hard. Don't know what he does, but he just sits there in the corner and just doesn't do much. It's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, let me ask you a question on this because this could be a good question. Is this you're a workaholic?
Yeah.
How do you deal with the cravings of working, of you being wanting to work long hours?
I have to breathe. Long, deep belly breaths. I'm not joking. I have to look. I've got this visualization of like when I get that built up, that stress, anxiety, like my shoulders go up. I'm like, I have to work, I have to work, and I can see my hands are like hanging onto this railing, and I'm just like clenching this railing, and I'm like, deep breath in, unclench, take your hands off, take your hands off, take a step back, shake your body, walk away, walk away, walk away.
Ah.
I have to physically do that to walk away. Otherwise, I can go all night long.
It's so interesting though, because we're never
Yeah,
taught as entrepreneurs, we're never taught. All right, you can work less, but
yeah,
never taught how to deal with the cravings of wanting to work more
yeah,
for the love and
yeah.
passion that we have.
I know
Um,
because it's exciting, right? It's our
yeah,
babies. We love what we do. So for us, we're not working. We're not
that's
working. I'm
it.
not working. I haven't worked in like 2 years. I'm just having fun. But at the same time, it does get to that level where you're just like, I've got to do this and I've got to do that. And that's the admin side for me. I cannot do admin. It breaks my brain. Like literally my brain melts when I think of admin. And that's the part where most of the overwhelm and burnout comes in because we chuck all this admin in front of us as well, self-sabotage. Let's reach our goal. Oh, no, 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 no. We've got a whole bunch of admin to sort out for. Okay, but where's the money coming in? No, no, let's not talk about the money. Let's look at the admin. What? It's madness. It's
Yeah,
madness.
most
You've helped me so much through that. So it's been
it,
incredible.
it's so surprising that most business owners, and I've been caught with this, is they'll
Mm.
they'll they'll factor their calendar around non-making activities. No, sorry,
Yeah,
non-money making activities. And doing the little stuff, which is normally admin, to get it out the way, to clear the deck, to be able to go and earn
yeah,
money. When if you
yeah,
just flip it and just work around
yeah,
your money making activities,
yeah.
then you have enough money to get rid of the drains.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's what I've done now. I'm getting two beautiful girls to come and help, and they can do all the fun stuff that they're really good at. and I'm free to bring in the money, which is fun, and deliver. I can still deliver or co-deliver the facilitate the workshops and retreats. So it's now my time that I can do the fun stuff that I want to do.
It's so interesting. Well, let me ask you
Yeah.
this question then, because it is about you're in business, it's about being fun. What exact actions did you take in the 30 to 60 days that followed that free session? And
Yeah.
how did you turn those actions into a 105K revenue?
Um, I did have to look at my numbers. So you challenged me to get my books in order. It's not 100% done yet, but just looking at it, I realized where I spend money, where that a lot of money is going out, and I'm not bringing in extra money. I like bulk money, so I get bulk money, and then I think, oh, okay, I can relax now. And then I saw the numbers going down. I'm like, okay, hold on, I need to bring in more money. So, but what it did give me, it gave me a lot of clarity, it gave me a framework, it gave me a sense of direction and accountability. So I've got, as I said, like I've got this two beautiful girls who's going to start working for me because I realized that's simply not what I'm good at. So they can take over that part, and it takes a big risk. I've never employed anyone in my life before. So this is a massive risk for me. Probably my biggest risk ever. This is humans. We're dealing with humans. There's a lot of variables. um, but yeah, I feel ready. I feel more confident and clear on what I'm doing. So my framework is stronger. Um, but most of all, I think it's just a belief. Um, so it's a I did tell you a lot. Yeah, we did talk about this. But so for your podcast listeners, um, in April last year, no, it was February. So February last year, I had £3 in my bank account. Like that's it. That's what I had for the whole month. It was like the second of the month, and I had £3 left for the entire month. So all my bills are paid, and I was just like, holy flip, this it can't it can't get any worse than this. How am I going to go up from here? And I had to take some serious recon. Um, So I've done the manifestation process in South Africa when I started my awakening process, and I've just manifested the most beautiful life. Just it's just incredible what I've achieved in that short period of time. But slowly I forgot about it, and it's a process. It's not like it's not easy. People think manifesting, oh, you just sit there on a cushion and you just meditate, and no, it's really hard work because you have to change your brain. You have to put um, what do you call them? Guards. You have to put guards up at your mind every time you want to swing back into reality, because you look at what is, you're like, oh, well, how can you build a business with £3 in your bank account? How can you be abundant with £3 in the bank account? So that's my reality, right? That's my is. This is true because I can see it with my eyes. My bank shows me there's three. That's it.
Yeah.
So how can I look away and see, oh, hold on, is that 100,000 over there? How do I achieve that? Because now I have to switch my body and look at that, and it's a bit uncomfortable, right? Because I want to switch back to look at my £3. So I have to constantly switch back, like, oh, there's 100,000, but I can't really see it. It's just imagination. La, imagination. There's 100,000. Awesome. Switch back. Oh God, there's £3. Nothing's changed. So it was. I swear to you, it's literally all I had to do was just. I had to shift my perspective continuous. I cannot look at what is. I cannot
Yeah.
allow in people telling me what my current situation is. I had to constantly just focus on that future, that now that I'm bringing into my life, and just like a horse with claps on the eyes, just look at that road, that path, and not what is. And that takes practice. That takes a lot of faith and belief, you know. But
Yeah.
once you've done it, it's easier because I know I've got something to fall back on. I'm like, oh yeah, just remember those days and those things that you've done. Okay, you can do it again. And that's what I've done. That's literally all I've done. April came and I got my first contract, and so it just continues.
Wow.
July, I got the big contract with the NHS, Tayside Charitable Trust, um, to help these wonderful people that really need it. So it was just like one blessing after the other. I got private clients just keep coming in. Um, so yeah, the business just started doing really well, and I'm now in a position where I am fortunate enough to have a beautiful premises. I've got beautiful clients. Um, Now two staff members who are going to be joining us. So, and all it was from like, don't look at what is, look at where you want to go and believe that. Know that it's yours. It's yours. You just have to also accept it because sometimes we're
Yeah.
our own worst enemy. And that was one of the breaking moments that you had with me was, why are you doubting yourself so much? Why are you playing so small? What's, you know?
Yeah, it's so interesting because you would have had to deal with all the feelings as well of seeing £3 in your purse
Yeah,
um, before you even do the manifestation because
yeah,
it all comes in one. It affects the
yep,
vibration that you're putting out there
100%,
and your belief, and it's the belief that
100%,
triggers what brings in
yep,
as well as the vibration. So you had
100%,
to deal with all that, and
yeah,
then you still, wow,
yeah. But it takes
wow,
a while, you know. I think people are also underestimating how long it takes. It's some people are really lucky and they get it instantaneous. I've seen it yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday did a session for a client, and literally like 5 minutes later, the contract came through for the person. I was like, oh,
no
oh,
way.
yeah. They're like, what is happening? What did you do? I'm like, no, no, no. It's just you needed quiet time. You just needed some time alone. Just quiet the mind so that we can slip in and say, open, come, come in.
So super incredible because a lot of people don't realize you know the manifestation doesn't come instantly because you have to be the person you become. And I was like,
Yes.
what a load of tosh that is, until I was working on my freedom and really focusing on my freedom,
Yeah.
and my freedom came to me, and I was like, whoa, it's here.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this doesn't feel right.
I
This goes
know.
against all the things I've agreed to serve on the planet.
Yep.
And I actually said not for now
Yeah.
because even though I was the right person for it to come, because it's obviously come,
Yeah. Yeah.
it wasn't with the oath that I made to the planet,
No,
if that makes sense. And I was
I
like,
know.
and it really hit me. Now I realize why the universe doesn't give you it instantly
No.
or in a couple of months. And
Yeah.
you have to become that person to be able
Yes.
to allow it in and receive.
100%. 100%.
So let me ask you a question then. How did you exactly make this 105K? Because I can hear everybody going, but how did you do it? Are you able to share that with us?
Yeah, so the big bulk money came from funding from for this group work that I deliver. So I started working with them. So it's obviously also relationship building with people. It's not a transaction. So I started the relationship with them the beginning of last year already. Okay. And then they gave me a small opportunity last year to give them feedback. So we needed to see that this work. So we tested all the not tested, but we put all the different modalities together with these people that struggle with trauma, anxiety, or addiction, and this is what came forth. So it was just remarkable success rate, like 100% sleep better, 90% drop in anxiety, 70% of reconnections with loved ones. We took a few people off suicide list. It was just remarkable. And across the board, everyone was just like life changing, life changing, life changing, life changing. So it's this process that we put them through. So your work has to be good. Your product or service must be good. Um, and I think that was a big thing that where I failed in when I did cultural intelligence. And so if prior, when I just came to the UK in 2020, I went back into the corporate space doing cultural intelligence, inclusion, diversity, and all that bull. It's not real. It's sad to say, but most companies don't care. They do not care about inclusion. It's just a tick box.
Yeah.
Um, and because my heart was not in it, and I did not believe in it, because I saw that they actually don't care about the staff. They don't care whether there's people of color or a woman getting advanced. They don't care. They just want bottom line, and they want that checkbox, tick box signed off. Um, and so I didn't believe in my product because I couldn't convince this leader that this is really for the better of your team. So obviously there's a clash.
Hmm.
The product that I'm serving offering is not good enough to convince this person, and the market is just saturated. They don't want it. They don't really believe in it. But it works for people who don't believe in it. So if you don't believe in your
Wow.
product, and someone do, then good for you. It's very unusual. It's very rare. Um, but this is something I'm deeply invested in. This I've got living proof of changing my life. I've become a new person through following this protocol that I am now teaching my clients. You know what I mean? So of course I believe in it and I'm deeply passionate about it. I know it inside out. I know it better than anyone else. There's very few people who can touch me on this subject. I know it like you can wake me in the middle of the night and I'll be like, oh yeah, yeah, do this, do that. Yeah, 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 cool. Yeah, that's how it works. You know? So when you become your own master of your skill, your product, and your heart is in there, and and I do believe in serving. Um, for me, it was from October 2023. I started serving people. I wasn't so worried about if I was going to be making money. Honestly, I didn't care at that point. At that point, I was like, I don't care. I just want to help people. And I just kept getting clients and I just kept getting the successes. And so I learned and learned and learned. And eventually, obviously, money come. It has to. There's no other way, especially if you open up to your purpose and you open up to life and say yes to life. But it's that full embodiment that has to be part of it.
I certainly love that. Absolutely. There's quite a few things that came out to me is that, especially relationship building, not transactional. And also being a master of what your subject
Yes.
is or what your product or service is.
Yeah.
How did you become a master of that?
I've lived it. I think so many people challenged me on this topic, trauma informed. They're like, "Oh well, Lynn, you're not a psychologist. How can you come and teach people to become trauma informed?" And I'm like, "But I've lived with trauma all my life. I've lived with all the different kinds of trauma that you've experienced in your life. I've lived them. I've overcome them. I've got solutions for them. I know how to come out on the other side. I can now walk into a bar without being tempted. I can walk into a room that don't like me and I don't give a hoot whether you like me or not anymore. You know, I'm so comfortable in my own skin right now that you cannot touch me. I'm so regulated. My nervous system is so beautiful. It's healed and I know when I'm triggered. It's when I'm overdone. I'm overwhelmed. I need to step away, get back in nature, switch the bloody phone off, switch the computer off. I'm out of sync. My body is telling me signs. When I can't focus, when I'm just like, stop, stop. take a step back, go meditate, switch off, watch a movie, lie in bed, whatever. Do something that makes you joyful, bring a bit of peace in your life, a bit of fun, a bit of laughter.
Wow.
It's not rocket science, you know. We like to think like it's got to be this really difficult training that I had to undergo, and like, nah, just start loving yourself, accepting yourself for who you are. Follow your heart, follow your bliss. Trust in yourself. That's a big one. Most people don't trust in themselves. They don't know how to. They don't trust other people, never mind themselves. So if you don't trust other people, that's fine, but just start trusting yourself. Start building that integrity, being true to your word, so that you can build this trust within yourself.
Wow. Bloody wow. You know, I can resonate with so many of this. I noticed I would drink more when I was out of alignment with my soul. And you could hear my soul going, "Mm," and I'm going, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that.
Yep,
It's maybe a simple swimming session. I ain't got
yep,
time for that. I ain't got time for that.
yes,
And then as soon as I clicked onto, ah,
yeah,
actually,
yeah.
I would make time if I'm hungover.
I know,
But why am I not making time to
I
actually be
know,
in alignment? And it
yeah,
all clicked
I
for
know.
me. And then it would be
Isn't it
like,
beautiful?
why am I out of alignment? And it was like, I'm taking on clients that really aren't filling my boat.
Yeah,
There's a- So why am I doing that? Why am I taking
I know.
on clients that may drain my energy
Yes,
rather than help me fill my cup energy? Does that
yeah,
make sense? And
100%.
so true. I'm glad you picked that up because
Yeah,
that was just in my mind where I was spotting it and I was like, is that
yeah,
true? Is that not true?
yeah,
But there you go. There you go.
100%, 100%.
So, right, let me ask you this. We've already talked on a little bit of the mindset shifts.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this though. What mindset shifts did you make that allowed you to step into this next level version of yourself, Lynn, and claim that this kind, the 105K success?
Um, I had to truly switch it on because I've always been a bit scared of it, to be honest, of becoming too successful, and that's can come from many different sources, from past lives, from society that want to tear you down when you're too successful. Um, I just wanted to know why I'm doing this, who am I doing this for, um, and why not? So for this time, it was the mindset shift that came in for me was let's have fun with it and see what happens. If you don't get it, at least you'll have fun on the journey. If you get it, awesome. But also that case of like, yeah, but you can. It is actually possible. There's potential. There's not potential. It's there. It's just now putting it into place, putting it into action. Um, I'm obsessed with podcasts. So I've always been drowning my inner critique with podcasts whenever I feel doubt or sad or out of alignment. I just fill myself up with podcasts and I get inspired by these people who've walked the path already. Um, so there's a couple, and I think AI is going to play a big part. And I know it sounds very counterintuitive if you think about the spiritual world and AI, but uh, I'm not scared of them. I'm not scared of AI, and I do believe it's going to enhance our lives so that we can have more time for ourselves to do the things that we want to do, you know. But we have to master a new skill. It's a skill that we have to learn. We have to practice this tools out there. Um, so study. So continuously being curious, being curious and open minded. I talk a lot in my coaching program with my group on um, dissonance. You know that the when your beliefs are being challenged. No one likes their beliefs to be challenged. It's almost like someone ripping at your identity and saying that's not you.
Yeah.
When you've believed that this is who I am, you know how we've all said that. No, that's just who I am. It's just who I am. No, you can change. I've changed. A lot of people have changed. complete complete 300 or 90 degrees change. And I'm not speaking about tiny little incremental changes. I'm speaking about massive changes. And it's possible. We can do anything we put our mind to if we
Yeah.
believe it and if we allow it, if we give ourselves permission to say yes, 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 you can do it. You can step into that position. What is holding you back? Why can't you have it? Constantly challenging yourself, challenge your beliefs, challenge your assumptions, your identity. Especially in this age where uh, illness is everyone's got a illness, whether it's diabetes or um, heart failure, or and we live with that. And we tell people like, no, 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 I'm diabetes, I can't have that. I'm not. I'm a O plus, O negative blood type. I can't eat that. And we reinforce this message. Same with I'm depressed, or I'm an anxious person, or I'm ADHD, I'm autism, or I'm autistic. We put these labels on ourselves and we become it even more. Why? Why? If it
Yeah.
works for you, yeah, go for it. Awesome. Yay, celebrate it. But if it's not benefiting you, if it's not helping you, why would you wear an identity that's harming you? I don't understand. Why? Why say I'm a depressed person? Why? You're not a depressed you depression is not a clothing item that you're wearing over you. It's your skin. It's just an emotion that can be placed outside of you. Same with it's anyway. I
I love
just
it.
I'm just it find it very fascinating when people put these labels on ourselves, and we live it. That's just how I am. That's just who I am. Like, no, there's other ways.
It takes a while though for you to twig that, I mean, I'm not a person who, you use your label, but I
Yeah,
started doing it when I recently been diagnosed with ADHD because it got me to understand why I did certain
yeah,
things that were driving me nuts to understand
yeah,
what, why. And then I was
yeah.
like, ah, get it. I get it. I
Yes,
get it. I get it. And it gave me a
that's
lot of
beautiful.
sense.
See, that's the beauty of things like that, where your brain. I'm the same. I almost go crazy if I can't understand something. I literally like,
Yeah.
I can't understand. I can't understand. I was looking for a Monopoly set in my lounge the other day, and I just went crazy. I was just running around the house. I'm like, I don't understand. The Monopoly is always there. I don't understand. Where is it? Why would it be moved? Who took it? Why? I don't understand. Crazy. Just that one small little thing. I don't understand. I don't. It's there. It's always been there. 5 years. It's been there. Why has it moved? I don't understand.
Yeah.
I need to understand. So our brain, our body, our nervous system need to understand a situation. And once we understand it, we're like, oh, okay, okay. It's just backed away. Okay, it's just ADHD. Okay, it's just a feeling of sadness coming over me. Okay, there. But it doesn't become your identity, right? But you
Yeah.
just understand yourself a bit better as a result of the things that you were trying to look around for, trying to make sense of something that is senseless.
And this is the thing. Again, it's understanding you more,
Hmm.
which is
Yeah.
like, how do you become your unapologetic, authentic self? You nailed this early in the conversation. Is you just fuck it. I
Yeah.
am who I am. Here's me.
Yeah.
How as a woman, how can you get to that level of freedom?
I think a woman, especially, we've been put in this little box of inferiority, of we lesser than a man, um, and we're not. We are so freaking powerful. We're way more powerful than a man, and not in a bad way, because I love men, and I think a man has got its place. We need the strong, um, um, powerful, a manly figure, that testosterone pumping, and I want to protect. That's the man's way of, the hunter. the man go hunt and bring back the food. The woman, we care, we nurture, we abundant, we multiply whatever the man bring, you know. But we think that we have to vie for that manly position, because we all want to be CEOs, and we all want to be, well, not all, but we would like to be in a position of power, and we think that we have to become a man to have that power. And it's like, no, don't. Be your beautiful, soft, feminine, wily, sneaky, wisdom, sensual, beautiful woman that you are. You know, we've got beautiful, voluptuous bodies for a purpose. You know, the body has got a part to play in it. Work with it. You know, we as women, we sensual, we sense things, we just know, we just know things. It's not like most men have to learn these things. They don't. I'm not generalizing, but there's obviously very intuitive men out there. But for a man, it's a little bit harder to switch that part of them off. They have to think with the brains. Um,
I get it. I get what you're talking about there.
so honestly, and I've seen this so much in South Africa as well, and I'll never forget this woman, the first powerful woman that I've met in Port Elizabeth, South Africa. She was a PR agent, and she said, um, she walked. She's one of the always the very few women in the men club. You know, she's, if there's a woman that's going to be invited, it would be her. Okay.
Yeah.
And she said, like, she had to also stand her ground. So the men would stand around the table, the boardroom, and they'd look at her. It's like, okay, you can pour the tea now. And she's like, well, I'm not the tea girl, but I would like some milk with my tea. You know.
Yeah.
So it's like, but it's doing it with love and doing it with compassion or a sense of humor. You know, that's something we're really good at. We know how to get things done. Women are incredible. We multiply. We just get anything done. Whatever needs to get done, ask a woman and she'll get it done. You know, that's what we do. We don't sit around the boardroom and just talk about stuff for years. We're just like, okay, right, you're gonna do that, you're gonna do that, let's go. And we go and do it. We come back
Such,
tomorrow and everything is done.
such a
Um,
beautiful energy to be in that when women to
it
unite.
is.
Um,
Yeah,
and
100%.
I wasn't that type of person to say, I'll work with women only because I'm like, oh, no. But actually, when you're in the mix of a group of
Yeah.
women, there's something magical happens and you all unite. And it's like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
uh,
100%. You feel it, you know it. There's power there, man. We can build mountains. And oh God, I think it's Winnie Mandela who said, "You hit a woman, you hit a rock." Is we come together once a group of women come together. Jesus, man, we're unstoppable. You can't touch us. You
yeah.
know what I mean? Mountains move in front of us. That's what women do.
And that's the power of feminine energy. I mean,
Yeah.
some sharp men have clicked on to
Mm,
allowing their feminine energy to come out
100%.
rather than keeping the
Yeah.
masculine. Okay, so let me ask this then for the women or the high achieving business owners listening to this, who are brilliant but are stuck at some point. What would you say to them right now if they want to create a leap like you have in your business?
Okay, Paula.
Well, of course. I've not paid her to say this, by the way.
You need a wing girl or wingman in your side. We are not meant to do these things alone. We do need an accountability partner. We need someone to believe in us. We need someone to just get that little bit of a pop, just pop. Let's just get it off the ledge, and then she can fly. You know, we need someone to just attach the strings on our the wings on our back, and there we go. We fly. You know, we're not meant to do this thing alone. especially if you're in a high powered position. That's when you need it more than ever. You need someone in your corner. Um, whether it's a mentor, whether it's a spouse, even a spouse is too close to home. You don't want to overburden your spouse with these kind of challenges. It can also, muddy the water in your relationship. So getting an outside perspective, it's just that eagle eye, that eagle view, who like look at life and like, whoa, hold on, you've done this before. Why is it a pattern? You keep repeating this word. What's this word about? What goes in there? We can't see it because we're in it. So you need that eagle eye. You need a wing girl. Honestly, I'm not just saying this because I love you and I think you're the cheese knees, but if Paula's not the right person, then go for someone else that suits your personality, that suits your dreams and goals. But you need a partner. You need a mentor, a coach, someone who's been there, who can show you the way to say, listen, I'm not perhaps all the way there, but I'm a couple of steps ahead of you. I've been down this road. I know how to get out there. There's a roadmap. There's a path for you, and I will hold your hand. I will take you down that path, you know? It's reassurance and belief, and it's faith, and it's hope, and it's trust that you need.
Yeah, because I think businesses like love, you go
Mm,
blind.
yeah.
And quite a lot of, I mean, I've got about three or four different types of coaches because
Mm.
even though I
You
coach,
see?
I'll go blind and I don't see
Yeah.
what everybody else can see. So,
You see?
Tiger Woods once said, and I thought this is a great analogy. He was asked, he was a world's number one golf player at the time, why do you have a coach, Tiger? And he says, because I can't see my own swing.
No.
And
Exactly.
that hit me. I thought,
I know.
that's just nailed it why I need a coach.
You can't do it alone. We're not meant to do this alone.
Yeah.
Especially
And
as women. We need someone just to whisper in our ears, you're amazing. Go get it.
yeah. And even with trauma, one thing I've learned this
Yeah.
year with trauma is how much trauma people are sat on. I mean, I'm a coach. And I
Yeah.
never knew how much trauma I was sat on because I
Yep.
was blind to it until people going, it got to a point where I was crying over an advert, a
Yeah.
football advert, and people are saying, you're sat on so much trauma. And I'm like, no, no, mask on, put it in a box.
Oh.
So this is why you're so important because
Mm.
you're the coach that can help people deliver, be free, live a
Yeah.
free life. Don't
Yeah.
need to live with trauma. So, guys, what I would highly recommend you do is speak to Lynn if you're feeling. Well, what would the feelings be if you didn't know you were sat on trauma, Lynn?
It's self-sabotage is probably the easiest one. If you
Mm.
keep going around that loop, um, and when things are just shifting and it's not feeling the same anymore, when your joy is gone, when that passion and enthusiasm is gone, and you keep tripping yourself up, something just keeps coming back, holding you back. You've got a bad habit that you keep falling back into, no matter how hard you white knuckle it. You just keep going around, 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 around. Um, yeah, overwhelm and burnout's obviously like you just can't. I'm normally people's last hope. They're like, oh my God, I've tried everything. I'm sure you're not going to be able to help me, but it's worth a try anyway.
Yes, that's a weird one that because I would say you're the first up, but they just don't know it.
I
That's the
know, but
thing, it's
it's
education.
unorthodox, right? People don't understand this work, and they're like, "Oh no, this is a bit of woo woo." I don't have trauma. That's a big one that a lot of people. Oh no, I haven't had trauma. Oh my God, I've never met anyone who's not experienced trauma.
Well, I used to say to myself, well, my trauma's not as bad as that person's trauma, so why would I
Yeah,
come?
that's
Um,
it. We
I mean,
compare. My trauma's bigger than yours.
yeah,
No, it's not.
like
Trauma's trauma.
I've only been through this, so why would I need help with
Yeah,
trauma? They see it as a
I
as
know.
a as a thing that's, they're not undeserving.
Yep.
And it's like it's just mental what I used to sit on. But right, very last question on this one. What did you have to believe about yourself? Or what did you believe about yourself to make this result possible?
Um, I think it was a mix of, I'm really worthy. I had to do the work again. It's work. It's work to work with your body, check in with your body, tracking. Um, I do a lot of chakra cleansing. Obviously I go into the Akashic records. I have to um, make sure that I'm always on the right path if it feels right. Um, give yourself permission um, to receive. It's a big one because most of us just want to give, 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 and that's how we've been indoctrinated. That's how we've been taught from a young age. Give, put yourself last. And even though I teach this, I do this for a living, I still fall in that trap of I give, and then I forget to give myself, and then I get angry, and then my body starts responding, and then I have to like, oh, okay, you've not been looking after yourself. You've not been loving yourself hard enough, been judging yourself. Go treat yourself. Take a day off. Be kind to yourself. Have some compassion for yourself. You've been through a lot, you know? It's just having that, shh, it's okay. It's okay. We got this.
Yeah, yeah. You said well we're givers, right? We talked to be
Yeah,
give. So isn't it interesting that we don't give ourselves permission,
I know. That's
even
the
though we
thing.
give. So on the back of this, what I would say is um let's learn to give ourselves permission, self-love,
Yes.
to be able to be in alignment with our soul. And if you feel your soul is dying, activate it. And I know that's easy for me to say, but look at this amazing lady, Lynn, glowing as anything. I was saying earlier on how much you've changed in terms of how much you're glowing these days. It's just incredible. So, what
Thank
I
you.
would highly recommend is if you are sat on any trauma, please reach out to Lynn. She's amazing at what she does. She's good at prodding you with a needle. But if you're scared of
Ooh.
needles, I'm sure there's different ways of doing it. Um,
It's the best stuff though.
Yeah. And what I would say is she's one amazing lady, and I've never been so proud of anyone with how you've just gone out there, took the bull by the horns, because I thought, oh, another lady here just got sat on loads of money, and you've gone out and put belief in yourself and gone, I'm grabbing that. And it was
Yeah.
that determination that I saw. And when you told me 2 months later, you went, yeah, I made it. I was like, made what? I couldn't believe it because you were just so, yeah, I'm just taking the day off. I mean, why are you taking the day off? Which is just unbelievable. So I just want to say
Thank you.
thank you so much for allowing us to do this. You're
No, it's
absolutely
been
incredible.
amazing.
And the aim out here is to really show people that where they're sat, where you were sat,
Mm.
there is hope, there is
Oh yeah.
faith, and they can do it.
Yes.
You can do
Yes.
this.
100%.
And if somebody wanted to reach out to you, Lynn, how can they do that?
Um, I think LinkedIn or my email, I don't know, website. I'm www.pathfinderdevelopment.co.uk or on LinkedIn. You can just, or most social media is just Lynn Erasmus. Um, yeah, you can
Yes.
find out me.
I'll put links in the I'll put details in the comments below.
Okay.
Please reach out to her and thank you so much, Lynn. You are a diamond. So thanks
Oh,
for being
thanks for
dynamite.
having me. Have a beautiful day.
You too. See you, everybody. Bye.
Bye.